So straight to Pep Guardiola. He's talking about the departure of Sergio Aguero at the end of the season.
He's the kind of player that it's almost impossible to replace. But will that be one of your big priorities in the summer, trying to find the next striker for Manchester City?
I want to be clear. There is maybe we're going to find a new player to replace Sergio. Like I said, in terms of numbers, it's almost impossible, but can be possible, be replaced. But in terms of what he means for this club, it's impossible. So maybe, but there are a lot of big chances. Maybe we're not going to sign a striker for the next season.
So you think there's a good chance that you will promote somebody from within, or there is somebody that is ready to fill those shoes?
We have enough players in the first team right now, and we have an interesting players in the academy. So there is a big chance for the situation in the world economic problems in the world football. We are not going to sign any striker for the next season.
And back to Premier League action this time around with Leicester City. Just how impressive you've been with the season that they've had so far?
The same like the last, I think, 5-6 years. So I have to admit that since Brendan Rodgers took over the team was incredible. I remember perfectly clearly he took over the team, and after 1 week, 10 days, the team make a wow. They changed already completely different, the previous manager, and doing really well. Last season, because maybe it was a lockdown and they break, but they were incredible chance to qualify for the Champions League. At the end, they could not do it, and they are in incredible position again this season. So that means that it's not for 1 year or one period of the time. So the last 5-10 years, they are working really well in a scouting department, and it's a serious team already. It's a team it's a contender every season, and top manager, top players. Yeah, a big challenge for us tomorrow.
Hugh Ferris, PLP, please.
Hi, Pep. You mentioned a couple of times that the West Brom game in December was pivotal in you having a conversation with your staff and the players as well. When you go back to September, the first game against Leicester, was that significant in your mind when you had that conversation too?
No. Because the Leicester game to West Brom, there are many games in a few months. No. They were incredible, well organized, and we struggled to attack them. And and we conceded 3 penalties against that team is almost impossible. So, and also they can beat us. So maybe not in the way like you concede 3 penalties, but Leicester is a top class team. You see the players they have, even the depth of the squad they have. So I'm impressed. So we can be beaten. We were beaten. I congratulate them that, but it's a long time ago. So imagine if you have win that game, that means that tomorrow we'll win again. So it's a long time ago. Many things happen. We have to see just today how the players are coming back. We'll be back, and because every day is a new situation, adjust, but I think everybody's fit, no injuries, that it was so important. The tests are negative, is so important too. And tomorrow we're going to prepare the game because now arrive the last 2 months, the competition, like every day, every game is, right now we can say as a final. And because we are close to winning the Premier League will be closer, and the other competition is a final. So the 3 competitions we have, every game will be a final, and I think that the team will feel that, and we are ready to try it.
And given that situation that you now find yourself in, with the Premier League nearly won, and that you have these finals coming up, the quarterfinals, the semi-final, the final as well, is it conceivable that even though your rotation has worked so well recently, that you might be able to prioritise, that you might think about prioritising matches?
Hugh, I'm going to tell you something. So we rotate quite well because we won. I wait you, all of you, and all the world, when I'm going to rotate like I've done all the time, so we're not going to lose the game, how disastrous why we rotate the team. So today I believe in the modern football, no player can sustain mentally, not just physicality, especially mentally, 11 months playing every 2 days. With this demanding, is impossible. So tomorrow, I'm going to line up, select the team to win that game. It's only I'm concerned. So The people say, no, we are close. Still today, the champion is Liverpool. We are in the best position comparing the other ones, but I'm pretty sure that United and Leicester, these teams can win a lot of games. Of course, they cannot win all the games because they have to play between them, but everything in football can happen. We need more than 4 victories to be champion, and tomorrow is the first one. We're going to try, and it's the only I'm concerned. And after, when you have to take the coach after the game, I'm going to think about Borussia Dortmund.
Simon Stone, BBC.
Hiya, Pep. How do you rate Iheanacho, and what do you think of what he's been doing over the last few weeks?
Incredible. So the quality was there. Was a young player, and believe maybe in that moment with Gabriel and when Sergio, we didn't have much space, and he's a fantastic person. We had a good relation together, so I'm delighted that he's going well lately. So he's playing for the Injured for Madison, and he's playing, and of course he links really well with the mates, and he's good in them behind, he's fast, and in the final third he has the right tempo. He's so clear in front of the goal.
Just going back to what you said about potentially not signing a striker, I think most people will kind of maybe not believe you so much, because if you lose someone like Aguero, then the temptation would be to get a great striker.
Lisa, Simon, with these prices, we are not going to sell any striker. We're not going to buy any striker. It's impossible. We cannot afford it. It's impossible. So that is not going to happen. No. All the clubs struggle financially. We are not an exception. So we are not going to. And we have Gabriel, we have Varane, played incredible in this position. We have young players in the academy. We play many times with a false 9. So I don't know what's going to happen. I was said in the beginning, maybe it's going to buy, but maybe we are not going to buy any striker for the next season. Today there is more chance we are going to buy any striker for the next season.
Stuart Brennan, MEN.
Hello, Pat.
Hi.
You mentioned players from the academy, and the obvious one is Liam Delap.
Yeah.
How do you assess where Liam is at, and are you already thinking about plans for him for next season? Whether he steps up full time with you or goes on loan, or what the plan?
No. Liam is training with us this season, like what happened the first year with with Ibrahim and Phil. The second one we went with Jadon, but Jadon didn't accept to extend the contract with us. And Liam, like is Liam with Felix, with Cole Palmer, with McAtee, with Mbete when he was not injured. So many players are training with us, and Liam, of course, is doing really well. We are incredibly in touch every week, 1 or twice with Enzo Maresca. We are in touch, talking how they are developing with Enzo. Is doing an incredible job in the second team, and he's training with us, and next season will be with us, training with us every day.
Fascinating, wasn't it? A lot of talk about who will replace Sergio Aguero. Will it be Erling Haaland? Will it be Harry Kane or somebody else? Interesting to hear Pep Guardiola saying that as it stands today, more likely that they wouldn't sign a striker at all. They, of course, play so often, don't they, with a false 9, with Sergio Aguero often out for parts of this season with an injury. And he talked about the youngster Delap, didn't he, as well, who's coming through, up and coming forward there. So, interesting words